there, and welcome. So, today we're tackling a really big question. What is the world really made of? We're going to break down everything around us into its most basic building blocks to finally get a handle on the difference between an element and a compound. So, let's dive right in. I mean, it's a huge question, right? Think about it. The air you're breathing right now, the phone or computer screen you're looking at, what is all that stuff really made of when you get right down to it? That's exactly what we're going to figure out. Well, to put it simply, everything, solids, liquids, gases, it's all made of something scientists just call matter. But, that just opens up another question, doesn't it? What is matter made of? Okay, so if we could zoom in, and I mean way, way in, we'd see that all this matter is built from these impossibly tiny little particles. And these are the true building blocks of the universe. They're called atoms. Everything, and I mean everything, we're about to talk about starts right here. Right. So atoms are the key to everything. But here's the thing. They're so ridiculously small that talking about them can get, well, kind of abstract pretty fast. So to make this crystal clear, we're going to use a really simple analogy. I want you to imagine that different types of atoms are just like simple colored beads. This is going to help us actually see how they snap together to form, well, everything. It sounds simple, I know, but trust me, it's a super powerful way to get a handle on this. All right, so here's our simple little key for this analogy. It's super easy, just 3 things to remember. Every time you see a yellow bead, that's an oxygen atom. See a red bead? That's a hydrogen atom. And a blue bead? You guessed it, that's a carbon atom. Simple enough, right? Awesome. Now the fun part. Let's actually start building some stuff. So here's the thing about atoms. They don't really like to be alone. They're almost always buddied up, combined with other atoms to form these bigger structures that we call molecules. So let's use our beads and build a few of the most common molecules out there. Okay, first up, the very oxygen we're all breathing. What's the recipe? It's super simple. You just take 2 oxygen atoms, that's our 2 yellow beads, snap them together, and bam, you've got 1 oxygen molecule. All right, next up, let's make a water molecule. For this one, we'll grab 1 oxygen atom, that's 1 yellow bead, and we'll add 2 hydrogen atoms, so 2 of our red beads. Click them together, and there you have it, 1 water molecule. Now, notice what happened here. This is the first time we've actually mixed different types of atoms, different colored beads. Okay, let's do another one. How about a carbon molecule? Easy. We take 2 carbon atoms, or blue beads, stick them together, and there it is, 1 carbon molecule. And for our last build, let's make some carbon dioxide. So the recipe for this one is 1 carbon atom, our blue bead, and you combine it with 2 oxygen atoms, our 2 yellow beads. Put them all together, and you've just made a carbon dioxide molecule. All right, let's pause for a second and see what we've got. So we've built 4 different molecules. We've got oxygen, water, carbon, and carbon dioxide. And when you look at them all laid out like this, you start to see the really, really important difference we're here to talk about today. Okay, it is time for the big sort. We're going to take these molecules and put them into 2 super important groups. The 2 categories that are like the foundation of all of chemistry. And those are elements and compounds. This is where the magic happens. This is where it all clicks. Just take a good look at the molecules we made. Look at our little bead models. Do you see a really basic difference in how they're put together? You probably notice it, right? Some of them are made of only one color of bead, and others are a mix of different colors. And believe it or not, that one simple difference, that's the whole key to everything. And here it is, the big sort, all laid out. So over on the left, we've got the molecules that are made from just one kind of atom, right? The oxygen and the carbon. And then over on the right, you see the molecules made from different types of atoms all stuck together. That's our water and carbon dioxide. And these two groups have their own special names in chemistry. Okay, so any substance that is made up of only one single type of atom, like our oxygen and carbon molecules, that is called an element. Think of it like this. It's as pure as you can get. It's a fundamental building block. And you guessed it, any substance that's made of more than one type of atom, all chemically bonded together, like our water and carbon dioxide molecules, well, that's called a compound. But wait, it gets even cooler. This is where it gets really, really interesting. See, when elements combine to make a compound, they don't just, hang out next to each other like a salad. No, something genuinely amazing happens. They create something completely new. And this is the final takeaway. And honestly, it's kind of mind-blowing. Just think about it for a second. You take hydrogen and oxygen, two gases you can't even see, and they combine to make liquid water, something you can drink. Or get this. You take sodium, which is a soft, shiny metal that explodes in water, and you combine it with chlorine, a poisonous green gas. And what do you get? You get table salt, the stuff you sprinkle on your food. The compound is absolutely nothing like the elements that make it up. So that leaves us with one last thing to think about. Just look around you right now. Everything you can see is built from these simple elements, but they're combined into compounds in these incredible, often surprising ways. So the question is, what other little bits of everyday magic, what other compounds are hiding right there in plain sight, made from elements you totally never expect? Something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me.